Boat friends, I can't even believe that we're back in this unique situation once again, only a few weeks later, after we just did it with the American Century and American Integrity. We have a cargo transfer process. You can see the boom over the Great Republic. That is from the Presque Isle, a 1,000-foot vessel that ran into some issues. So we are in Port Terminal watching again this unique situation with the cargo transfer. I want to show you though what happened earlier. I will get you back to this cargo transfer. It's going to be awesome. But let's start out with the Great Republic arriving this morning over at Greymount Dock. I recorded the offload of limestone, so I'm going to show you that up close. We're going to see the JAW Iglehart, an old school vessel, right next to it. This is going to be amazing. Lots of action. Buckle up. Let's get rocking. And boat friends, as you know, it is safety first when you come on board my boat. I left a few life vests out there for you to grab. You can choose whichever color that you want. Well, take a look at the screen. This map right here is showing you exactly what we will be doing today. Take a look at that red arrow. That is the Great Republic that is offloading limestone at Greymount. And to the left of that, you can see an old school ship that's an Iglehart. I'll show you that too. And to give you another perspective real quick, this is Park Point. That is the Duluth side, the Minnesota side. And if you look at the screen, the blue arrow in that direction, that is the Duluth Area Lift Bridge. And over here, that is Superior, Wisconsin, directly across the water from Park Point. So let's get over there, check out the Great Republic, and see what's going down. Little bit of information before we get up there. Great Republic was built in 1981 at the Bay Shipbuilding Company in Wisconsin. 634 feet in length, 2 propellers, 2 engines, 7,200 horsepower combined with both of them, 6 holds, 21 hatches, and it is owned by the Great Lakes Fleet. Weather conditions today in Duluth, Minnesota. As you can see, we got plenty of cloud cover. It is 55 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 degrees Celsius. Wind out of the west, 7 miles per hour, and the visibility for the captains out on the lake today in Duluth, 10 miles. This is the channel here in the Superior Bay. You got a red marker on the right, green marker right there in the center portion of the screen. And here is that vessel, the Great Republic. You can see it has a very interesting superstructure. As you can see, that boom is out unloading that limestone, has the Great Lakes Fleet color scheme. We're going to take up a few positions to check this out, this unloading process, and then we will go check out the Iglehart as well, which is just an old school cool ship. But take a look at that pile. You can see as they move that boom how it creates those separate piles. Looks like there's 6 separate piles, maybe a 7th going right now with all of that cargo being unloaded. And as we slowly make our way by the Great Republic, you can take a look at the draft. Looks like about 19 feet or so. Look at those awesome dual anchors. The depth right now, 29 feet, the exact spot where we are checking this vessel out. See a crew member walking on deck right there. You can see that boom going all the way over to that pile as they continue the offloading process. Here's a better look at the JAW Iglehart. Just over 500 feet long, built in 1936. And you can see this old school vessel. I love the pilot house. The bow looks awesome. And something that's kind of interesting is it was originally built as an ocean tanker for Pan American Petroleum Company. So obviously it was converted, but take a look at this old school ship. It now is acting as a storage barge. I know you'll agree with me, this never gets old going under this bridge. All right, boat friends, we're about 6 hours later now after watching the Great Republic offload its cargo at Greymount. And I had a friend of mine that told me that there's going to be a transfer process between the Great Republic, now empty, taking on cargo from the Presque Isle. Take a look at the map. You can see right here the Great Republic and the Presque Isle right next to each other. Take a look at the aerial lift bridge right there with the blue arrow, and there's the ships with the red arrow. We're going to go over there and watch, almost like deja vu. A few weeks ago, we watched a cargo transfer process between the American Century and the American Integrity. Now, I'm definitely not going to drive inside there. We're going to stay outside of these walls right here to take a look at what's going on. But here's our first glimpse of the action, and as you can see, there is the offloading process happening right now. There's the stern of the Presque Isle. There's a Great Republic. You can see the aerial lift bridge right there. Sunset in Duluth, Minnesota. I mean, really reminiscent of the same conditions that we had with the American Century as well as the American Integrity. But this has given us a real dead-on shot of that conveyor belt with the Presque Isle. Zoom in a little more so you can really see it well. Having this boat really gives us an advantage to see these type of situations up close. Take a look at all of the iron ore pellets, aka taconite, that is being offloaded into the Great Republic. It was actually very cool to watch the Great Republic earlier offloading that limestone, and right back over here helping out. You can see the boom on the Great Republic. And as you can see, I have a Doppler radar right there. I always keep my eye on the weather. When you have a boat, you better know wind, you better know how to read clouds, and you have that handy Doppler radar out. You can see we're at about 35 feet deep. Then you can see there's a person up there on top of the boom, keeping their eye on everything going on with the cargo transfer. You can see with my past track there, that red line shows where we've been. We've stayed outside of those walls, making sure that we can let the crews work, but it's fun to watch them. Boat friends, if you enjoyed these two ships doing the transfer and all the action that we had during this video, please hit the like button on the way out. It'll allow people that love the ships to find this channel, and also subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Be part of the Boat Friends community. Come along on some of these adventures. As always, thank you so much for watching another video. I'll be out here very soon. Take care until then.